Excuse me while I get everything started. Good afternoon. It's like 2:10. I really need to get better about getting up earlier in the morning to get this done. It's gonna be more. Thank you, Cat. Hello, Tumble. What is it, boy? I've cleaned your litter box. What do you have to say? What do you have to say to the audience of however many people are watching? He's just looking at me. Not even menacing, he's just looking at me. Right. Considering I'm glad I don't have to do too much crazy stuff here. And this is the part where the game becomes a map game. Entirely running off of, well, the map. Now that I have this area for construction, I believe it is time. Where would it be? Okay. That covers that for logistics. That's mainly... Okay. Let's cover that. What else? As much as I do want to capture this, primarily to see what happens next, I can island hop. And so my reference frame is right here. And it is still not far enough north. And where's my reference frame? Is right here. Because the borders have to be touching. Okay, that won't work. And it's right here. And yeah. And this right there. Okay, the texture isn't changing on me. Okay. It's just the clouds. So that will not connect. Although it might connect on a diagonal. It might be a situation like with over here where it does barely connect on a diagonal. But it doesn't look like it. This absolutely does connect. Because then it's just connect up here. Then solve for a bunch of shit. I at least have this. And if I play my cards right, it all gets deposited here, and then just have that selected. Minimum quality, because that way it doesn't modify sizes. So if I have it here, goes up across, and I could actually have processing up here, move it to this location, and then they're just constantly going from this pile across, completely allowing 24/7 operation, which is ideal. And I actually... that was a green type, wasn't it? Yeah, that was. That covers all of that. There we go. What else? What's Philip J. Fry doing? Ugh. And whoop. Time passed of 120 seconds, so there's a 2-minute window. These are or and any of this. Oops. I mean, it could have made the journey. And time passed. A similar second. Actually, wait, if I hit and no. This and my cargo, like this should go cover under this. Time passed is 120. Gonna add a weight condition as well, being and it's going to be the fuel types, which are not what? Where are my fuels? Am I blind? Because I don't see them. Nope. Because that's preemptive, is just to ensure that if I can hop up, because ideally what's happening is one's leaving, one's arriving, and they're in perfect near opposing sync. But I'd also have to check, oh hey, if one of them is present, the other stays behind to make sure that it's a constant flow. Now. Really should update my profile picture. What else can I do? Higher quality engines, what do they do? Let's go Enterprise for a sec. And legendary quality engine. Let's just throw one up there and see what it does do. Versus a normal quality engine. No, let's put it on uncommon. Okay. Higher health. More thrust, I guess. Okay. With that in mind, I do... Because this is going to be the mall... And... Yeah... It's not exactly conducive to what I would like. And it is... It's gonna be... what else? My day is actually not going too badly. Hello. Oh hey, actually my flipped camera looks like I'm looking at the chat window. This is convenient. Neat. So I am multi-streaming across different platforms, just because in this modern era it just makes sense to do so. This game could be a lot, so I do apologize if you're not able to follow all of what's happening. I can walk through it, that's not an issue. I'll need to deal with that at some point later. Because I'm very much in towards like the mid-game. I've been around, it's just that I'm actually streaming now, so I guess, sure. Because there's like the question, you know, if a streamer, if someone is creating content and putting it on the internet and no one watches, are they really a content creator? I would argue it's not the same as like it does a tree fall in the woods. Does it still make a sound? I mean, yes, it does still make a sound, just no one's present to hear it. I would argue that if you're a content creator, if you're trying to be a content creator and no one is there to watch, it doesn't count. You don't follow to the public figure, you're just someone posting videos online. But of course there's that question of the combination of who's watching makes a difference and also how many people. They're two separate metrics that matter because life is complicated. Embrace it. And you wind up having a much more interesting ride. Watching the bots do their thing is just satisfying as all hell. So now, all this recycling and whatnot, it's been fun. It's gonna get awkward when I have to move all of this. Oh boy. In preparation for a Vault Island over here. Which actually, I should do now. Ooh. So there's a deposit. There. Whoop. Okay. Yes, I know I can put one there, but I'm not going to. Whoops. There we go. And as long as... Oh, there is one underneath that. So I'll have to do that just to keep them aligned. And that one will have to go that direction. Did I miss anything? Technically, yes, but not enough for me to care. And There we go. And lastly, but certainly not least, and it's going to be a buffer provider chest. Whoops. Blue quality. And ooh. That is going to be that. Survival games generally aren't my thing because it takes a bit for me to get into a survival game. This is kind of more this thing I'm interested in. Like whenever I was playing Minecraft back in the day, I'd wind up going for all of the automation mods just because that's just how I prefer to play games. It's like, let me make a system that can do work for me. Absolute peak lazy, and I'm not even going to apologize for it. And one thing I wish you could do in this game is have build priority. So you could prioritize any upgrades or constructions instead of just let bots arbitrarily decide. But that's me. What about you? What kind of games do you generally wind up playing, or otherwise enjoying? And now I need, for the stream title actually, to get Inter-Planetary shipping going, which kind of in progress, but in a good way. So what is my power situation here? 500 some odd kilowatts, 90 megajoules of energy. Sweet. Now what else? Because I also have to probably do a redesign here for spoilage. So one of the other planets on this thing has a resource that can spoil and just become rotten, and you have to basically throw it out. And I've got to figure out how the hell do I get rid of it? How do I get it from inside the cargo hold to throw it out? I mean, removing this, doable? Just eating from the one cargo bay. 200. Okay. What else? What else do I solve for this? Actually, wait. Need to... No. Cargo landing. How do I solve for this? I'm genuinely trying to scratch in my head here. Trying to figure this one out. This goes up 1. So if I smack that up, actually I would want a long arm inserter there. Okay. And it would actually make sense to be a bulk inserter. And use filter. It is going to be spoilage, wherever spoilage is. There it is. Spoilage. Inequality. Go. Spoiled first. There we go. Problem solved. Excuse me while I deploy some of the extras that I don't need up here. Now, with that in mind, allow me to craft additional ones of those. There we go. So I need those quality modules sooner than later. Okay. Did I put any modules in these? Oh, I did not. Green. That should do the trick. And as I remove the various mines that exist, they will eventually go over here. And I need a lot more bots. So how many bots do I have now? 204. 205. Okay. And it's still not enough. Because what I could do is have my main base absorb. Wait, actually, let's check on Novice for a second. How many construct? Oh. 2.4 thousand. 2.4 thousand. You know what? I'm gonna have Fry over here. Yeah, I'm gonna... And... Trash. And trash those as well. There isn't really a reason to have those on hand. Oil doesn't exist really as a thing over here. Deliver the cargo. Just quests. Trash those for now. Trash those for now. Trash. Whoops. Trash. All of that is what I had to do a hot minute ago. Is trash all of these. I don't need those, so I'm going to recycle that. There we go. Enjoy your bliss. Oh. Literally don't need one in the middle here anymore. Trash that. Thank you. Don't need those. Deliver the cargo. And I'm gonna recycle these. There isn't really a reason to keep them. And add in a common assembler as well as a that assembler. Okay. What else? Trash, trash. And you're gonna deliver cargo. Because I can upgrade these, I am going to keep these here until they're the higher tier. Just as an arbitrary decision. And blue is the highest quality I have. And I know I can just have them export the lowest quality materials and have that recycled. Deliver cargo. I am actually going to have a guy see if I can get that making more stuff. Because right now my limit is throughput. I just need more. And that should start the process of also getting this operational, because I've just been sitting idle. And what else can I do? Trash, trash. Trash those. There we go. Deliver cargo. Philip J. Fry. Automatic logistics requests. Alongside that one. Yeah. They're oddly in sync, and I'm okay with this. And their main goal is to produce these. How much science is it? Okay, it is producing... Okay, that will have a shipment ready to go. It is only producing 1,000 a minute. Map. Green. Green. I am actually going to have you produce blue. Because eventually I will want all of the qualities. It's just that's a later problem. Really, that's what it comes down to. That's at 60k, that's at 128k. Yeah. There's only so much I can do upgrade-wise. And... ooh. What is my crafting? What is my green circuit count? Oh, nope, it's red. Enable, disable if green quality circuits is below 2000 is how I will have it. That's intermediate product. Excuse me. Less than 2, 1, 2, 3. There we go. And you will be use filter. Does not equal blue. There we go. There. There's only so much I can do. Guys, producing engine units. Those engine units aren't used for anything. Ooh. Very nice. And let's see, what else can I... Haha! Normal engine units. What are they getting used up in? I actually don't know. And... I don't have any frames being used. What are normal engines getting used in? Or getting used up in? Because, oh, I need circuits and normal engine units, which I have. I forgot to... I forgot to turn on the set requests feature. I am an idiot. So that's what was happening. Man. Well, that was dumb. That's the dumbest thing I could have done, but it was dumb. Actually, let me check my Factorio for a sec. Factorio wiki over here. Can I iron ore? Iron. Nope. Iron. Ore. Go. And quality. How does quality affect it? Target silver for scrap will use steel plates and concrete can also be recycled from scrap. Iron ore is not available on Aquilo. Iron and iron products must be imported. Interesting. Allowing iron bacteria to spoil, which can be obtained sustainably in biochambers, first from jelly, then by cultivating them with bioflux. Okay. Okay. What is... There is different quality levels. There's my fluids, which there is no quality for. Just because it was easier programmed that way. Copper or stone. Let's see now. What else? Let's see. Let's go with the quality position again. Quality. So I do get access to quality modules at a very early age, which I probably should have gotten. I probably should have started experimenting with it before I had access to them here. Because the only thing that higher tier ones of these do is have a faster crafting speed. Recycler. Okay. Interesting. Okay, what else? Interesting. Let's see, 3% capacity for all three tiers. Yeah, it's not too bad. Roboports have a better recharge rate, but that's about it. Whereas personal roboports have at legendary 5. How many charge slots? Oh, up to 7. Nice. Okay. Is ore affected by like it should be? Okay. 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 That's good to know. What else do I need? That's old math. There's a whole lot. Oh, wait. Okay, that's actually kind of wild. Two more mines have become offline. It's gonna get real awkward when I have to specifically build around certain conditions. It's a buffer chest. Passive provider chest. For now. Active. Just limit my production for the time being. It'll eventually get there. It's just... It's eventually getting there. And okay. And I think what else? Let's just keep the same quality. Because it will be nice to have access to full quality everything. If for no other reason than it's all at the same tier, so if I recycle things, I don't actually have to deal with, oh no, you accidentally now have a lower quality recycled part. Just one of those bullshit I don't want to have to deal with later. I don't know how else to, I genuinely don't know how else to describe that. Don't want to have to do sushi belts either. Everyone's like, oh, survival games. Like, I'm not into survival games. I know the new Dune game is out. It's just not my thing. You know what? I'm going to do this. Here we go. And get rid of that. Get rid of that. I guess there isn't really a reason to do a lot of the things I'm doing. Oh boy. Do I have crafting? How many of these do I have? That's a lot. And I can slap those with all of the green thing. Okay. For now, it'll keep it running, but I will have to get rid of that as well as have rail lines or something over here to fulfill those requirements. Especially considering there's only like 21,000 there. These have millions on them. Okay, how much space does a physical train cost? Okay. And yeah, this is the problem. That is fine. It's getting it to unload its parts is the issue. That's deep oil there because I cannot place it on these as of yet. So I would have no option but to make a really weird path across in order to get here. Okay. See, look at that path. Look at how dumb that path is. It just won't because I don't have the right technology to do it. I also can't have access to that, but also look at that path. It's having to go back on itself. That's just that's not good. That is not healthy. Oh my god, I can barely get access to this one island that doesn't have anything going for it. What a time to be alive. Did I put anything over here? There. What else? That one's to the north. That one does the far edge. There we go. Huh. I missed some stuff, apparently. What? How did I forget a steel plate? I really don't know. $29, 200,000, that's 700, almost a million. 19 million, that's what, 20, 12, 20, 12 mil, 29, 14, 23, 23, it's 2 million. What is even there? 30 mil. Let's focus on that 24 and go from there. We should have enough processing to deal with it. Because once this is done, my processing is coming over here. It's actually, that's eroding at a decent clip. And I'm only using bots because it's just easier that way. Otherwise, I straight up would just put a train between the two. Have it unload, scrap. It goes back and forth, no issues. So don't want to have to remove all of this battery storage because it is actually kind of essential. Yeah. Now that I'm finally getting that built. Get old oops on me. Crafting speed is at minus 10 at 1.08. What's the crafting speed? 1.2 versus 1.25. That's good to know. Very good to know. It's just these guys have more modules in them, so can't exactly recycle them. They'll just get destroyed. Okay, so it does need common resources, specifically stone. And I do have a major logistics bots shortage. Okay. Just gonna travel there and prep. That accordingly. And it's gonna be eventually. One of those will get built. One of those will eventually get built. Yeah. Right. Do I have... How much do I have? Sanity check myself here. Let's see. Electromagnetic science pack. Okay, research. Does quality affect research? Okay. Interesting. Okay. Very nice. I need more science in per minute. And go. So I need to add a section. Where's my bots? Logistics bots. 500. To add the 0. Why not? You don't know. 500. And 100. There we go. You're importing them from Novice. The extra range is so helpful. And just slowly bleeding off extra resources. And I can live with this decision. Back down we go. And home. Finally home. Yeah. It's let's figure this one out. Just so many rockets getting launched. And I am going to turn that one on to be a manual. How many do I have? 500. I don't know what I'm going to call it. I mean, the first one I called Zoidberg, so what can I say? Feel free to suggest a name for any future craft I may or may not build. Okay. Oh, I can automatically use these. So this is just my schedule, and then this is what... oh. Import. Export. And that's the rocket silo pack. Ship maintenance, which will also include a copious quantity of these. Extras of those, some crushers, engines, those, pipes, underground pipes, stack, two stacks of those, two stacks. Yeah, two stacks. Two stacks of those. And what else? Two stacks of those. Solar panels. Accumulators. Two. Fulgora. Air and Fulgora. That should export them. Nah, Fulgora. Ha! It do. And I will also have it request common as well as common logistics spot. And now and I forgot to actually export the research. Add this is where logistics groups come in handy. But I have to make it like conditional or something. Okay. Because that's just going to ship over that many, but I only need it to drop down to a certain point. And now I got to figure out how to do that. Because these are the conditions, because this is the priority. So what I am going to do is common. Okay, it has to be two separate groups. That's agitating. 0 novice. Common. You novice 0 enter. Uncommon. You 0 novice enter. And I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to move my labs to my research to the other location. I don't think I will, but here we go. And let's go to novice for a sec. I just realized something. Because of how these logistics groups work, zero. Because it's just an orbital platform. How do I have the circuit network communicate to this? Alt R, sorry. G is this. And the connected power pole is going to be that, if it's specific, because it is more visible. Enterprise. Okay. How do I tell it to only send based off of a condition on the ground? Circuit condition. What is the circuit condition? Science. Okay. Oh, I know what I need to do. And space, cargo container. Rotate. That will arrive with just a stupid cargo container. Like, it's only producing this, so it's fine. It doesn't need to be fast. It just needs to work. Actually. There. Those are... Aha! I just realized I had one of those the wrong way around. And I've been spitting out crap ever since. And... not connected to hub or landing pad. Okay. That deals with that. It should just work. And Alt-G, click. If science research is less than, say, 20, 1, 2, 3, less than 20K, it's gonna operate. This is just to manage overflow. It is going to use the filter of grabbing a science pack. There. Now, let's figure out what in the world. How do I use... There has to be a way to do this. That isn't stupid. Okay. And right, because I am having it all go over here. So add. That will add in. I don't need the production capability because it's trickling. It'll eventually reach out there. Add a change. Rocket silo pack. Ship maintenance. Go. Toggle that on. Actually gonna have that money assigned. And there we go. And yeah, it just looks like penises. Or peni. How did it balance this out and looks... And... And... I'm not planning on having this thing go anywhere, but I'm still going to equip it as if I need it to go anywhere, just in case. Oh, turrets. I need gun turrets. 200. And I am actually going to specify I only have 400 slots to work with. That's going to request even more shit. Yay us. Alt G, click. No, I can't do that because it's just going to request stuff that is being built. Eventually it'll get there. Alt G, click, click. Oh, my range on this is kind of natty. Not natty, but red donk. Kind of ridiculous. Circuit network. Add a weight condition. Circuit condition equals. Actually, I have to have 2 separate circuit conditions just to make sure my fuel. Okay. So I can just send shit down from orbit without having to build one. That is very nice to know. Can a cargo landing pad be sent? Or rather, requested from orbit? That is a good question. Rocket silo pack. I'm also going to have a cargo landing pad. Yeah, there we go. Let's get to novice. Circuit condition is thruster fuel greater than 25123. Add a weight condition, circuit condition, 252, 123, and thrust oxidizer is greater than 25K. I'm gonna have to have it set on the same on both conditions. Add weight condition, circuit condition. That is 25123. Add a weight condition, circuit condition. That equals greater than 25123. Oh boy, I actually have extra tonnage. Alt G. I have the water, I just need the yield. So as I can see, I have a lot of boost, I just don't have a lot of the actual long-term fuel. G is... Yep, that I did exactly what you expect. More fuel supplies. Realistically, I actually could shift this entire mechanism up one slot. Same with this. No, actually. There we go. That reclaims that. Now that's balanced, kinda. 74 kilometers a second. I am just hissing by. I'm actually going to raise that limit, because what is my 100k? My circuit condition is going to be 75, 1, 2, 3. 75, 1, 2, 3. 75, 1, 2, 3. Just to match them. 75, 1, 2, 5. 5, 1, 2, 3. Turned off my number lock. I think gathering fuel will take up more time. Oh. Than otherwise anticipated. There's gotta be nicer ways of doing this. And that does that. You are in orbit of Fulgora now. Okay. I need to work out my fuel reserves a bit better. Oh, that's what the little two spots for the circuit network connect to. Okay. That's kind of cute. Oh, I'm still on novice. Fuck. Because I need a circuit group to be conditional. Like, it's not always sending stuff down. It's like, oh, if blah equals this. So it only sends things down based off of conditions, not interrupts or anything. I might have to look that up later. It's gonna suck, but that looks to be the case. Don't know why there's iron plates in there, but here we are. And yeah. What else? And uh-huh. Uh... That should do the trick. Try to see if there's anything there. Yeah, I guess. Because that has spoilage, which I'll never have to deal with Fulgora, but I'd rather have a good standardized template than not have that. There at least creates the visual appearance of the outer pattern of being identical. Which I can kind of get away with here. I don't mind if, like, clogging a bunch of other shit there that I don't need, but... Yeah, I could double stack. I'm not going to. There's not a reason. There isn't a good reason to be doing something like that. And 120 seconds passed, and it's still not ready to go. Yeah. Needs water. The one part I can't supply, and it only comes from orbit, is the carbon here. So the only other thing I could do is have one of these out here. That's kind of almost a little on the dangerous side for me. What I am going to do, though, is I am going to put, I think, blue there. Whoa. What the fuck are you sending? Oh, right. You're still receiving stuff. Yeah. I'm getting a random text notification. I wonder from who. Oh yeah, my phone bill's available. Yay. Anyway, wait. There, just have that charge. By the power of wireless charging, compel ye. Huh. It would be nice to say any planet that supplies it, that has it. Yeah. So we do need... I'm gonna let this guy kind of run for a bit, because it is... guess. I could bunny hop. I could just do this and have them feed into... you know, I'm going to try it. Oh, that doesn't work. That does not fucking work. And that... yeah, it doesn't work. Would be nice if it did, but it don't. Just like with these guys, being able to feed them into inventories of each other, so you can have a conga line of them. And oh, I would have to figure out some way of getting it inside there. Then I will, figure out what's going on. There. Voila. That... it has to have a 90 rotation, which can only really happen here. And even then, not really. Don't actually know how to solve for this. That doesn't work. Fulgora, let's just check on you. Let's see, how are you doing? Oh, look! Whenever that happens, it'll get an upgrade. It depends on the rate at which I'm building those. Ooh. And... and... voila. And there we go. What? How many? It's 110. Oh yeah, no, I see what you mean. How do I set the request? Read contents, set requests. Nope. Nope. Trash can requested before anything stupid happens. I don't want that happening. Oh, it requested from orbit. Oh! Oh. That. Okay. No, I just use combinators to just check how many it has, and then I just send that request here, and as long as it's not being produced locally, it'll be fine. Okay. So if I go to Philip J. Fry here, just remove that request. Because it is just a one-time request. Actually, let's see. Fulgora, how, oh, 731. There we go. There we go. Philip J. Fry. Hey, let's import all of that, all of this over, and then I can, oh yeah, no, I can have it set up just to explicitly import it from on-site here. Oh, the turbulence there is insane. Outright insane. Oh no. Is it 29,000 and what was it? Oh yeah, I'm actually going through it a lot faster, so my throughput's fine. But it does tell me roughly how I want to build these. Hmm. Because once all this is gone, I can reconfigure the filter to operate appropriately to what I actually want. Where common items get filtered and get sent up the line here to then fall back into its recycling. And even then, it's going to be like, you know, localized aspects of it, so... Let's go ahead and add tier 2. And now that I have logistics networks operating to the capacity I specifically need them at, I think I'm going to have production, like less production woes in general. Yeah. What's my rocket capacity? 50. Okay. Philip J. Fry. Do I even have a chemical lab being produced on Fogora that is of a decent quality? I actually don't have a chemical lab being produced at all. Yikes. That is a yikes from me. And I'm instead going to have you build chemical lab of green quality or better. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. And it's gonna be blue and there. They probably should back off using those. $40. Slowly filter out random resources. Yay! I'm producing more science per hour. Do I even have... That's... lightning. That's the blue quality. Yeah. Okay. Let's get the edges upgraded, and then I will figure out from there how to ascertain the kind of quality or general makeup of things that I want, because then I can actually better hone in on resource and let's go ahead and legendary quality would be ideal for these. However, I have a feeling it won't make a difference by the time I get to that point. There we go. Upgrades, people. Upgrades. Slowly but surely. Oh, look. Slowly but surely those patches will be, well, patched up. Yeah, it's gonna be a fucking annoying time. So it's gonna be through this gap here. So if I have them up here sending, and then the unload is here to get filtered through the different quality components. Then that goes feeds back with its feedback loop. Because again, I'm after the highest possible quality. Priority left, help the priority left, oh, right. So let's struck, actually. Boop. Rotate. Ah, good times. Good times. And here, and then here as well. Yeah. Alright. Now we're going to switch you to green. And actually, no, that one has to be that. And that frees up a lot of space. Alright, so. And it's going to be 1, 2, and 3. Filter. Ice, inequality. Filter. Holmium. Inequality. And then it's this guy. Filter common. There. And then it, from there, both of those have to come back to get looped in to be recycled. There we go. And I think I actually have it both sides of the belt. There we go. That feeds it back. Uh-huh. That's filtering out the ice and the holmium. It doesn't really matter what order. And it's then... There we go. It is to a blank to 4, no matter what. So that all of these get saturated fairly evenly. Oh yeah, just a bunch of blue quality modules got thrown around. Because then I have to set a similar system as to this. Oh, this is the mall side of things. I am going to have processing move over here. I'm going to say a 6-4 splitter because no matter what, it will always balance out. Belt book. 4 to 1. 4 to 6. 6 to 4. I don't think it'll be that much at the end of the day. But this should allow for the maximum capability of recycling and all that. Plonk that down there. This belt. There. And guy goes there. There. Yeah, this is not the part where I break free. Huh? Okay. That takes care of that. Mm-hmm. And because I'm specifically filtering for the lower quality items to be I want them destroyed. And yeah, that makes sense. Ideally this is clear so I can just copy paste. But it might result in an instance that I'm not able to do that. Actually. Looks like I'm doing some interleaving. This guy goes across. Yeah, that'll have to do. Of course, the downside is I can't set input priority to be these at all. And that's more so for me. There's a lot of throughput I have planned. And I am going to do instead these. And yoink. It's going to be the lower quality modules, so that will free those up. Get them in place, build the higher quality modules there, and then just have them slowly filter out. And just make sure no quality modules are specifically chosen. And have it all feed back in over to here, which that's 21 thou. That over drops off over here. I can do that. Yeah. Requester chests. I just realized this guy has been eating all of my generic chests, which I need. I do want the higher chests being produced, but I don't need as many as that are present. So what I am going to do though is this blue, that should take care of all of that. I'm gonna bookmark up, save that for now. Let's get this grid built over here. Now I could actually have more research stuff done specifically, but at the same time I do want to still have my rockets over here. Cool. This is just mass producing everything and then shipping it over across the dangerous gap. But I just need to make sure that all the storage is basically in this ball sack, I guess. Let's see. What's Kick doing? Still no news. Yep, still streaming to nobody, and that's... well, at least no one that's talking to me. How many radars do I have? Ooh, 50. Very nice. Whoops. There, that blueprint that I have saved. Let me... go ahead and... can't exactly claim that. Let's ignore all of that for now. Let's... yeah, we'll tuck it over here. 1, 2, 3. Can't place it there. 2, and then I will stick this here. It is going to be... and... let's see now. And There's my chests. Don't even know if I have any active ones yet. Gonna be a little awkward. Because all the upgrades that are eventually gonna happen. Because I'm not here to force build those. Yeah. How's Fry doing? Now. To novice we go. Because that will unload all of those. There's a buffer chest. Space science. Actually, you know what? No, eco. Quest. Common SCI, SCIE, and common science. It also means getting crest. Common, that 2000. And this is going to be requesting uncommon. SCI and science. That at 2000. Yes, I can add a section, but I do kind of want to have chests sorted for it. There we go. Low tier science. Add a section. Uncommon. You. Uncommon. Add a section. Rare. Uncommon. And blue. Uncommon. There we go. I just realized because I can have multiple things in the chests. Low tier science. I just realized I can do the different qualities. And blue, you, click, enters. Oh, fuck. Before I forget. Because the last thing I want to do is forget. Oh, yeah, right, because I can't filter out any other qualities yet. I think 1,000 actually makes more sense. There we go. $1,000. There. And lastly, 1,000. There we go, it's unloaded. We have random shit now. I don't need that. Unload those. Unload those. Unload those. Enterprise. Whoops. Fulgora. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Whoops. Novice. Hmm. You know what? I have 2,000 science there, roughly. I could do this. Just up my processing unit productivity. Which I don't know if that'll affect... Oh, that'll be much more effective, though. Because it produces a lot more power. Ooh. But it's not useful anywhere else, so... It's a bit awkward that way. Oh. I don't have any of the research to do this. Be one with the machine. Was it the Cult Mechanicus? Honestly, kind of agitatingly accurate. Let's up those. So I only have so much. That's 2,000 science there. That's 750 there. How much? Eesh. I don't have a lot. I have to... Did I not... Oh, I'm on my way. And... yeah, 10k science each tick. And also, oh wow, I actually use a decent amount of fuel. Pause that for now. Ha! I don't know how to repair it outside of, I don't know, place it. It's not great. Philip J. Fry, let me request. a cargo landing pad, because having one of those is great. The moment I can get a cargo landing pad down is the moment I can request stuff and all of that fun thing. I also want to move the one I currently have away from here, over here. All right. And voila. And having to sort a full belt's worth of material, because this is just going to balance the two. It's just going to have to go in a loop and then only eventually peel off things as they appear. Or have it as like a double-sided connection to peel off green, blue, purple, and orange, red, the different quality types. Filter. It's vertical. And uh-huh. Okay. And lastly, again, different blue, and there we go. Problem solved. I don't really need filter blue. It's vertical. And of course, the legendary gets its own quality type. It's common is getting filtered out very quickly. It is instantly getting filtered. Just, nope. We don't need that shit. It also means all of this doesn't need to exist. Because by this point, actually, legendary is that. Okay. There. That'll be useful for something eventually. Filter, green and the rest, blue and the rest, purple and the rest, and it will lock up if any of these are overfilled. And there we go. Now to figure out what to do with it after all of this has happened. So having bots for these two, the last two qualities makes sense. Because then I can have these, upgrade those eventually. But then there's also filtering out the type of item it is. There's also filtering out all of that. And then also making sure it's a lot. It's gonna be a lot. Then there's overflow, which, hey, if it's locked up, I have to ditch all of that right back into the filter. Output priority is that. So if it locks up back to here, to there, it all gets filtered out back to this line. Ooh, tea. And I'm going to have same setup for blue. Not legendary though. Or epic actually. First three qualities, because I have access to them. This one is the highest quality I have access to, but I do need to have some form of overflow. Uh-huh. I don't expect it to be a lot, so sure. It also does mean I will, now I might actually flip it. Oh, shit. In order to preserve what I can do. There we go. Yay. Pop out. And what else? Actually, that can go away. Voila. 8 kilos. Huh. Or am I request even normal fuel? Common, that. And because that keeps my normal fuel going. Because rocket fuel is getting requested for the action I need to. It's going to be crash and requested. There we go. That'll use that fuel. Keep it in circulation and all that. And it is still going to get requests. And there we go. And 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 let's deconstruct all of that because it doesn't need to exist anymore. At all. None of this does. All things considered. Guess I don't even need it. Deconstruction. I don't have that quality. I built it thinking this would stay forever, but it clearly is not. And this. Okay. And okay. Oh. There we go. And just sorting out all of that. Frees up so much space, it's not even funny. And let's see now. Click, click. Now the production's basically stopped. I need to make sure my filter actually fucking works. Okay, that means it's going to be blue quality filters. Actually, wait, let me green and recycler. Blue quality filter. And actually, let's go with the green quality. Until such time. Oh my gosh, parts actually made it through. Let's see how it does with just that stick. And I do need to have some of those be accumulated. Oh yeah, no, it's she going. And Tate. Yeah. I do think I'm going to have to change how I do some things. So the mall's more or less going to stay here with some production capabilities remaining, but I will need, very much need to have, I don't need that active, I will need that, I will need that. Don't need rails for now, don't need power. chests of blue. And away we go. Oh, hey. I have more, bots back. Now, where did my blues go? And... oh, you're up here. It would be nice if I could use logistics bots from here. That's that many, that many. Okay, I am going 750. Makes more sense than getting the scrap recycling quality. Now I have 1,000 to work with. Well, mentally, I'm going to make sure it's... Let's get that out of the way. Let's start that. That is what I want to start. Map, Filche Fra, nope. Fulgora, nope. Novice. I have 1,000 green, 1,000, or 1.4 thou. Okay. They just have to request for buffers. Low tier science. I know, it's not the greatest joke in the world, but it's a joke I made and I'm happy about it. It's my shit tier joke. That's... and... oh, this is a very unique sound design. Is there any other areas that have weaponry that I don't need? I've already sealed everything off, so that doesn't... there hasn't been any attacks over here because pollution hasn't spread. This guy's having a seizure. Or rather a panic attack all the time. You are present. Still no pollution. Oh boy. How Higher quality walls is going to be a pain to get. That is a valiant effort by one. Oh, you're slowly getting tapped with pollution. You're doing that thing. I don't think I'm doing too badly. I have to clear this out at some point. Do I have recyclers on site? Let's check. I have 10. 10 recyclers. Oh yeah. Don't know what else to do here. So I really don't want to have to go through and try and change all, like, get upgrades and all of that. What is my limiting factor? Oh, that's my limiting factor. It seems I don't have an option except to upgrade how much research I can pull off. Okay, so what's my science per... 83 science per minute. I need that to be higher. Like, so much higher. Oh, I forgot to put modules in here. I only have the tier 1s. Where are you? Oh. Oh, sweet summer child. Oh yeah. Getting upgrades for things eventually. Oh, that's what it does. It tells me, oh hey, it extends for longer off of the your field of view. That's nice. I just realized I actually do need to filter out those specifically and have them. How did you get back there? You... should not be there. No, I'm good. Go. Okay. Crash those. Oh, I have a research pack. That is correct. Right. I do need to filter out for these items. So, click, click, click. You are filtering out for... you're an intermediate product. Ice. Inequality. And... and it can be a more basic setup without issue. Mm-hmm. And to maintain the sides of the belt. Holmium. Inequality. Right. Everything else passes through. And that's just the start of my mega complex of sorting. And then I can just have these filter off item over here. There. And use filters. Going to be for ice. Uncommon quality ice. And then of course blue quality. And then I will just leave that blank for now. You will be Holmium. Except I'm going to put you to the epic, which won't appear until later, so... you know what? Each one's going to be a pair. You will be... uncommon. There we go. That filters out all of that. I really don't want to have to use a filter for everything and then have bots do all the work, because having belts would be ideal. But I can't supply everything with like a belt of everything. And with the concrete, I actually can just have it placed down so I can move faster because it doesn't matter. What am I doing? I can do this. Concrete! All my lands are now covered in concrete eventually. Yeah. And oh shit. And I didn't even realize those were. Oh, Control Z. I didn't realize those were things until like just then. And I also realized I placed down normal concrete when I have access to so much more. I am, however, going to call it good. I'm still on full goal era. My trickle of science production is going to burn me at some point. It's going to be. I am going to need major revamps within my factory. Right. And there is no avoiding that. What I am going to do, though, is I'm going to put the blue. Put those down. Now that those are down, I'm going to just incrementally improve. It is kind of getting... I think I'm going to take a bit of a mental break from this, figure out, okay, what do I need to do? And step from there, because I also know my power situation, I will need a lot more than I currently have. I don't want to build too much in here due to the filter existing. Yeah. I'm gonna actually just have Legendary just come straight out, be each part of this island, be the different qualities. Again, all on their own unfortunate sushi belt. I don't like this. But yeah, it's what I have to do in order to maximize throughput and just general effectiveness. What I am going to do... Hey! Let's get that ball rolling. There isn't a reason not to. much is that? Let's go ahead and very odd. Interesting. Well, anyway, I'm gonna call it here. The joys of several restarts. I'm still at least the smarter point to do it at versus where I could otherwise be. So I'm gonna save that here.